Monday evening essentials for you here. Obviously, we were dealing with the thunderstorms over the course of the day today, right? A lot of that was driven by what we told you about in the Insights video, the cold pool of air aloft. You get the clash of a warm ground and a cold sky, and you get the thunderstorms. But on top of that, lots of ice in the cloud meant we got hailstones, reports to about an inch in diameter. We did have some areas of flash flooding where the torrential rain came down because some of those storms slowed down. And we had a whole bunch of cloud to ground lightning. Lightning oftentimes gets a bump if you get a lot of ice in the top of the cloud. And so with the cold sky, it's exactly what happened. Now, here's the thing, though. On the other side of that coin, when you have thunderstorms that are fueled by a difference between warm ground and cold sky, if you relax the warmth at ground level, you kill the storm. So that's exactly what we're going to do this evening, especially as we get past sundown. So these things die out very, very quickly as we head to the evening. And then actually we clear it out. But because there's so much fresh moisture in the areas that picked up rain, there will absolutely be areas of fog that develop during the overnight. But you can see here with the timestamp in the upper left, we go just from 8 to 10. Everything kind of gets squashed out. And from 10 to midnight, whatever's left for a shower is totally gone. From that point forward, we are going to be dry through the remainder of the night. We'll be dry through tomorrow as well. Again, with temperatures falling down to the dew point value, which is the measure of the amount of moisture in the air, if the temperature and the dew point meet, then you end up getting fog. That's what we expect to happen in a number of spots here tonight. The wind, especially being light and variable, helps for that fog to develop. During the course of the day tomorrow, there's not a lot of wind, which means that where fog develops, actually, it's going to be a little bit stubborn. In the morning, what will happen is the areas of fog will lift to a deck of clouds, low altitude gray clouds, and then that will take a few hours to burn off. So there will be a number of spots tomorrow that have a slow start, but by the afternoon, take a look. It looks absolutely gorgeous, right? Blend of sun and clouds. The air, I wouldn't call it dry and fresh like a fall refreshing air, but certainly it's not going to be oppressively humid. I think you'll find it to be comfortable. Temperatures running in the 80s far and wide across a lot of New England. And with the light wind, we will go to a sea breeze along the coastline. Outdoor outlook reflects in the mountains. Temperatures running in the 70s for just about everybody. The summit temperature is also going to be about 70. The wind out of the west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Very high UV index, not just in the mountains. That's for everybody in New England. Outdoor outlook for the lakes region puts you into the mid-70s, and you've got a light southwesterly breeze, but there's almost no chop whatsoever. I mean, this wind is going to be so light, and that's the case down by Sunapee for that matter as well. And then finally, we'll take you to the beaches here, and whether you're going to be at Old Orchard, you're going to be at Ogunquit, you're going to run all the way down through eastern Mass, we're all kind of in the same boat, which is you get these areas of fog in the morning. That will, as I mentioned, have to lift and burn off. But notice with a light wind, the waves 1 to 2 feet. You got a sunrise high tide. Rip current risk is going to be low for us, and the UV index should be very high by the time we get to the afternoon. I think once the clouds and fog burn off, you're off to the races after that. But if you want to track it hour by hour and see what time will it break where you're going to be, that's what our app is for. Folks seem to be loving it, saying it's right on the money. We're glad to hear that. You can grab it on the App Store or Google Play. Search Noises, 1 degree outside weather. We'll see you again with another update first thing tomorrow morning.